Amid mass demonstrations over police brutality and accusations of systemic racism, police unions nationwide have largely supported President Donald Trump's reelection. Speaking out now is a number of black law enforcement officers who say their concerns over entering the 2020 political environment were ignored. Joining us now to talk more from Greenville, South Carolina is Dr. UA Thompson. Dr. UA, there are more than 8,000 law enforcement agencies in the U.S. with large departments nationally. A number of minority officers in policing has more than doubled over the last 3 decades. Share your thoughts on them speaking out at this moment in the midst of all that is going on.
Well, I think the politicalization of this defund the police movement has sparked widespread political maneuvering, especially upon the part of the right, to seize the narrative and say, if you don't vote for us, the other side is about defunding the police, which is not entirely true. Though the term defund the police is defined as defund the police, the pushers of that agenda are saying that they are not saying totally defund the police. So I understand the controversy. I do not agree with defunding the police as the definition of the word defund articulates. I believe we need the police. I think the police are there to protect and to serve. I remember an adage, a little phrase from my childhood: the man in blue is a friend to you. I think we need various reforms in this country within the police departments and agencies so that we can get back to that childhood phrase, the man in blue is a friend to you. So I understand where these black officers are coming from, and I would urge these police unions to listen to these black officers because oftentimes they have been marginalized within their own departments, not getting promotions, not being looked at or listened to relative to their various suggestions concerning how to police the black community, because there is a way in which the black community need to be policed that is quite different than that of the white community. And it needs to be educated. The police need to be educated on how to do that. And I think relative to their positioning, I understand. I totally understand why they feel this way.
Dr. UA, do you feel that it is a combination of wanting to find equality within these departments and in our communities, as well as you mentioned, policing our environments equally?
Absolutely. The systemic and institutionalization of racism is met not just in the streets of America, but it's also met in the halls of politics in America. It's met in the halls of business, in the halls of agencies and policing, especially. So we have to fix the racism problem in America so that the institutionalization of it will not be felt within the various agencies, institutions, and departments, corporations and businesses that we find ourselves working in. So I do believe that it is about equality, but equality must take place not just on one level. Equality has to take place on all levels. We must fix equality from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top, in every level, on every level, in every area of American life for both black and white. And that includes the police departments as well.
Dr. There certainly is an appreciation for these agencies and groups who are coming together peacefully to form and
Absolutely.
express their opinions and to express their thoughts. Give me your final thoughts. How effective do you think that this will be?
I think it will be effective because anytime you have a major group, a number of people speaking out, convalescing together, coming together to say, hey, we are not with this, I think that raises awareness. I think it raises the level of consciousness within the ranks of power that says, wait a minute, we may need to look at this because we don't want this 8,000 plus, or we don't want this number of people that is forming this resistance to grow any larger, because that would affect the morale, it affects confidence, and it would also affect those policies and procedures that you're trying to push forward. So oftentimes it is effective. I think protesting is a constitutional right that we have here in America, and I think it is should be afforded to anyone and everyone, and I do believe it is effective if properly executed.
Dr.
And
Ray, always a
peacefully
pleasure speaking
executed.
with you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely, Nietzsche. Always my pleasure.